Quite often, there is this assumption among Africans that Africans do not get depressed. Africans do not have mental health issues because there is the tendency to believe that mental illness actually is only manifested by one who is naked in the streets and sleeping in the streets and not able to function. But the reality is that all of those assumptions are false. It is a myth to think that Africans do not get depressed unless one assumes that Africans are not human, because depression and other kinds of mental health issues are not unique to some groups of people in the world, while others are exempt from experiencing them. I understand where that kind of assumption comes from. It most likely has to do with the traditional lives of Africans, so the traditional way of living, where what Africans tend to have extended family systems that are not only biological, but also social in nature. Therefore, they offer a tremendous amount of support. But even that way of living has been challenged by the economic realities of recent years. What one needs to know is the fact that there are different levels of depression, but generally the depressive symptoms can be characterized as depressed mood when one really just feels very sad, although that alone does not mean that one is depressed. There is also a loss of interest and loss of pleasure in things that one used to find enjoyable or pleasurable. Weight loss or weight gain that really cannot be explained by the fact that one is deliberately trying to lose weight. If one is not deliberately trying to lose weight and there are no underlying medical conditions, an experience of weight loss or weight gain coupled with some of the other symptoms like depressed mood, loss of interest, or loss of pleasure, sleeping too much or sleeping too little, psychomotor agitation or retardation, fatigue, loss of energy nearly every day, feelings of worthlessness, feelings of hopelessness, inappropriate guilt, decreased ability to concentrate, and sometimes also thoughts of suicide. This can signify the presence of depression, and we all know that um, Africans are not immune from experiencing any all of this. What we need to do is to encourage people when they're experiencing these symptoms to seek help. And if you are experiencing these symptoms, it is also important to seek help for yourself before it gets too bad. Get away from that idea that Africans do not experience mental health issues. Africans cannot be depressed. That's not true. It's only a myth, and it is a myth that that is destroying people because one of the things that we know is that in the extreme case of depression, people actually not only express suicidal ideations, but actually do commit suicide. So if you have experiencing any of these symptoms, seek help. Unfortunately, in Africa, there aren't a lot of professionals who can help people, I mean, clinicians who can help people deal with symptoms of depression. Still, it is important then to engage from the members, engage one's support systems, speak to one's medical service provider who may or may not be able to treat depression but will understand it. So that is talk on depression for now, and seek help.